everyone, this is Shirley from Shirley's World. I'm having my coffee after breakfast, and I just wanted to come on explain why I didn't do a nursing scope last night or yesterday afternoon. I really was planning, I had it all planned out, and I went on Periscope, or I tried to get on Periscope around 4, and then again at 5, and it was not working for me. I could not get on Periscope. So I even put a question out on Twitter if anybody else was having trouble, if Periscope was having trouble. At first I thought it was my Wi-Fi. It wasn't that. It wasn't my phone, because I shut down my phone and brought it back up again. It wasn't that, and also everything else was working. So it was it was something to do with Periscope. I think they were having a trouble with it. Way nerdy. Thanks for joining. I like the name. Yeah. So I couldn't get on, and then I turned on the news, and all this things were happening in Paris. So I watched that, of course, all evening, and I really didn't feel like scoping about something like I was going to scope about. Seems so insignificant after what happened in Paris. So I had to get up this morning and quick turn on the TV and make sure nothing else has happened in the world at the moment. So it just, hi Coach Cosmo, thanks for joining. Yeah, I got your name. Ouch. I got your name from Dr. Christine. Oh, this little tripod has trouble with one of its legs. So, hi. Yeah, it's my tripod. It wasn't me. Thank goodness. Yeah, I love the doc too. And I came on here to explain why I haven't started my nursing stories. I'm retired. Hi from Toronto. I'm a retired RN. I worked most of my career in the emergency room. And I was going to, I've written down lots of stories about my whole nursing career. Like I said, some are funny, some are gross, and some are pretty sad. But they're all very interesting. So I'm going to start telling them about every few days I'll have a story. And I was doing research about when I was a student, and we went through our whole psychiatric time as a student nurse. It was, I forget how long a semester was back then, but thank you for inviting followers. That's very nice. Thank you. But the psychiatric sessions were very long. I mean, the semesters, it was a very long time, and we went to 2 different hospitals, and I went to research all about these, and it's so interesting. It brought back a whole lot of memories, and so I've tried to write everything down. So that will be on, not this first one. The first one I'm going to do when I first went into nurses training. Oh, right. Yes. Thank you, though. Great. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, I have lots of problems. No, I'm 73. Things are fading. But yeah, I'm going to go on and talk about my nursing stories, and I'm going to try to start again later this afternoon. But I just wanted to come on and apologize and tell you what happened. I really had good intentions yesterday to start, but Periscope, I think, was down for a short time, and then Paris happened, and I just didn't feel like it. So, yes, I hope. I'm following Dr. Christine Kazmar now. I've even sent for her scope test kit, which just arrived yesterday. And so I'm going to be sending her some information, and hopefully we can get my whole southern part of me fixed, because my doctors don't seem to have done a full job. Yes, that is it. And I had surgery and everything, but I'm still having a problem. So anyway, so I'm following her, and I just love her scopes. So she makes me feel good every day, even if it's just mentally, and that's important. Yeah, I'm, let's see, I just wanted to come on and say why I didn't do my scope yesterday. I will be on later today and start my stories about my nursing career. Thanks. I did want to show you how far I'm crocheting hats for Christmas. Doc Christine will help you get it. I hope so, yes. Yes, she is a wonderful human being. I just love her. So I can't wait to actually talk with her live on the phone. So I'm like I said, I'm making hats for Christmas. I've made 3 so far, and I'm making one right now. This is the start of one. This is like the crown and starting to go down the sides. This one's for my daughter. She wanted a black one. And this is sort of a dark charcoal gray. So she said that's fine. Dark yarns are very, very hard to see for me. I have to be under a huge light in order to see the stitches. That's one problem. It's so much easier with lighter yarns. That's all I'll say about that, because this isn't a yarn, this isn't a crocheting video. Thanks for the hearts so much. You have no crafting skills. I bet you do. You just haven't tried the right one, Coach. Yeah, I have a blog. I don't have a business. I mean, I do some selling on eBay, but I have a blog, and that's what I usually promote on here. So my blog page is this, shirleysworld.blogspot.com. Shirley's World, because I live in my own little bubble. I've been blogging since 2009, so there's probably 1,000 posts on there about everything. Mostly about animals, about my chickens. Yes, I do tablescaping. I do tablescaping. If you look back on my blog under tablescapes, you'll see all my tablescapes. I haven't done it much this year, but it's a lot of fun, and I bought a lot of dishes. Tablescaping, yes. I'm hoofprints on Twitter, yes. I did it all the time. So I would start shopping like at Goodwill and the thrift shops for dishes, and I have a huge dish room now full of dishes, and I really should start tablescaping again. Excuse me, tickles. Yeah, but if you go on my scope, you'll see lots and lots of tablescapes that I've done. I have a tiny homestead. It's 1 square acre. I have on my homestead, I've 2 rescue English pointers. I have barn cats, and I have 4 hens, chickens. I'm going to get more chicks in the spring. My horses, I have 2 horses, but my 1 square acre isn't big enough for horses, so I keep them boarded at a really nice facility, and try to see them pretty often, at least once a week, if not more. I still ride a little bit. My back is kind of screwed up, so I don't ride like I used to ride, but I still ride a little bit, and I will keep my horses forever, because once we have a pet in our family, it's there for life. That's counting chickens too. You have a rescue dog? Yes. Okay. I'm connected with the Pointer Rescue Organization, and my rescues. Yes, maybe I will. Maybe I'll get some silkies. I'm going to look into that. I would love to. I would love to. They're on my list. Yes, I tried to foster. Here was my problem with fostering. At first, when I was connected with another rescue, I fostered a Saint Bernard. He was old, he was heartworm positive, and so I fostered him to get him through the heartworm treatment, which he did fine with. And then I immediately adopted him. He was already old. For Saint Bernard, he was 8 years old, and he lived till he was 11. So I had him for 3 years. I wish I could have had him longer, because he was just the sweetest soul ever. And such a gentle, I can see why they're called the nanny dogs. My grandkids could crawl all over him. He just loved kids. So then I started rescuing. I had a English pointer before, and I loved that breed. So I started getting involved with the Pointer Rescue Organization, and I fostered for them, but I've adopted all my fosters. So I have 2 right now. And Dexter is the male, and Spirit is the female. I've had Dexter less than 2 years, and Spirit I just got around last December, but we just found out, unfortunately, she has lung cancer. She has tumors in both lungs, and she is now going through chemotherapy, and it's so advanced that this will not cure her. Yes, I'm a foster fail, that's for sure. Yes, the chemo won't cure her, but I'm hoping it'll give her a little bit longer time. She's healthy and running around, feels good other than that. So her next treatment is Tuesday, and she doesn't feel good that day and maybe the next morning, but then she's fine the rest of the time, and it's 3 weeks between the treatments. After the 4th treatment, she will get another x-ray to see if the tumors have shrunk at all. You see, before I got her, when they found her in the woods, she had been dumped. She had been used for breeding, and heaven knows how many litters she had, but you can tell it was a lot. And she had mammary tumors in 2 of her mammary glands, and the rescue took her, and they, yeah, I do too. The rescue took her, the mammary tumors were removed, and that was out in Oklahoma. And she was then sent to a foster in Florida. I'm in Northeast Ohio, and they told me this was a perfect dog for me, so I had, the rescue team has, the Pointer Rescue Organization has a wonderful transport team all over the United States. So here this dog has traveled from Oklahoma to Florida, and then from Florida to me in Northeast Ohio. She's traveled a lot. And a couple legs of her travels was with pilots and paws, so she flew part of the time too. So this is a wonderful organization. And I've had her, like I said, since last December. Yes, she was meant to be with me. Yeah, probably. Because I'll do everything for her until she just doesn't want, me to do any more. And I can tell I had a dog my first pointer had bone cancer and definitely told me. So I will do everything while she's feeling good. And anyway, that's the sad part. They're wonderful dogs. Yes, they're very active outside. They love to run around. Thank you. Well, thanks, Coach, and thank you so much for visiting me and the shares. They love to run around outside, but you know, they come in the house and they're couch dogs. They love to sit with you, they love to be on the couch, and they nap a lot. Yeah. Yes, lots of happy memories. I could not live without dogs. I've had dogs all my life. The only time I didn't have a dog with me is when I was in nurses training. Other than that, I've had dogs. I've always loved horses. My mom tells me my first word was sorky, which meant horsey. And I've loved horses ever since. And I never had a horse till I was up in my 50s. So, yeah, I've had horses ever since. A mini pig, yes, I know you have a little pig. Yes, I could have a mini pig. I wonder what the dogs would think of that. Yes, Sorky. Yeah, they are so cute and so smart. They're so smart. I think they're smarter than dogs, aren't they? I think so. And I don't eat meat. Well, I do eat chicken, which surprises me. When I got chicken, I was afraid, when I got chickens, I was afraid maybe having chickens would keep me from eating chicken because I only eat chicken and fish. So I thought, oh dear, you know, that might take away, you know, me eating chicken. But it hasn't disturbed that so far. I don't think about it too much. And of course, when you buy chicken, you buy it in little, it doesn't look like a chicken. I don't want to think about it. But anyway, I don't eat red meat at all. And for sure now, I won't eat pork after hearing what Dr. Christine said. I used to eat it once in a great while, but not anymore, that's for sure. And it's painful to give up bacon. Yeah. So, you raise your own meat chickens. Yeah, very healthy, but I couldn't do that because I immediately named my chickens. Do you have a large flock? Do you have a lot of them? I suppose if you raise meat chickens. And they are only with you a short time, right? Yeah. Yeah, they mature and get ready for the market really early in their life. So, yeah, mine are egg layers, and they have names. I only have 4 now, and those are Martha and Molly. They're Buff Orpingtons, and Dottie is a silver-laced Wyandotte, and I have 1 egg Easter egger left, and that's Eggo. I named her after Eggo's waffles because I love them. So those are my 4 I've left. I'm going to get more, like I said, in the spring. I can't wait till right after Christmas. They said I can order right after Christmas. I tried to order already to get the breeds I wanted, but they're only taking orders if you're going to get them, you know, by the 1st of the year. And mine can't come till like the first part of March. So I will keep an eye out and be one of the first ones to order because there's a couple breeds that go fast on there. So I get the day-old chickens, day-old little chicks, come by mail. So anyway, you have a golden lace one. Oh, they're gorgeous. A barred rock, that's one of the kind, and a Sussex, yes. Those 2 are on my list, and the silky is on my list. And what else? The one that lays the really dark, chocolatey looking eggs. I can't think of the name right now. But I would love to have some really dark eggs. They look just like chocolate. Of course, they all taste the same inside. But, you know, mine aren't laying still. They went through a molt. They've just grown their feather. They're just growing, Marins, yes. They're just growing their feathers in now. And hi, Muggy Moo. Thanks for joining. Yeah, chocolate eggs. They're just growing their feathers in. They haven't laid any eggs for me since that. And now, of course, it's winter. Going to be winter here. There's not enough daylight hours. So who knows? I may get an egg now and again, but I won't get eggs till spring now. So I actually had to buy eggs. First time in 2 years I've had to buy eggs. First you're overrun with eggs, and then you have no eggs. So I didn't freeze any eggs like I should have. And the ones, I gave so many away. I should have kept some back, and there's different ways to freeze them, and I could have at least had eggs for cooking and whatever. I'm not sure how they are after you freeze them, how they are. You freeze them in ice cube trays, I think. Poke the, either scramble them up or be sure to poke the yolk and freeze them, and then you can use them. I'm not sure how they are just to fry after that. The consistency may be a little different, but they'd be great for cooking or anything else. Probably for scrambled too, they'd be okay. So I'll close for now because I'm going to be on later with my first nursing stories. They will be about when I first went into nurses training and the funny things that happened. And then I've been researching, like I said, about my psychiatric training when I was a student. And I'll just give you a little, well, maybe I'll wait till this afternoon to give you a little teaser about the next one, because it's a good one. So I will. Hi, teacher. Teachers have something joined. Class, I bet. Teachers have class? Yes, teachers have class. I get it. Nice to meet you, Muggy Moo. I've seen you on Dr. Christine's scope. Yeah. Hi, teachers. Yeah. I've never been a teacher. I suppose I like teaching. What I do, you know, I just teach what I know. Good morning, Therese. Good morning. Nice to see you. Yeah. Spirit's doing okay. Her cough is much more frequent. And so it was really disturbing to her, I think. And she's hacking and really not hacking anything up, but maybe once in a while some phlegm. But so I called the vet, and she gave me a prescription for hycodan. And so yesterday I gave her some hycodan, which quieted her cough. And I will start giving it to her this morning again. She can have it like every 6 hours. And I remember one thing about hycodan. I've only used it once, and it was back when I was in nurses training. This is sort of a nursey story. Not really, but I had bronchitis. I had a terrible cough, yes. But I had to go to class, you know, coughing all over the place. I had to go to class. I was coughing so hard that it made me throw up. That's how hard I was coughing. So I went to the clinic. They gave me hycodan. I'm trying to sit in class after taking hycodan. And, you know, hycodan has hydrocodone in it and another med. And I thought hycodan had codeine in it, but it's a narcotic anyway. But I was sitting in class, I could not keep my eyes open. Finally, I'm telling you, I just fell asleep and my head hit the desk. That's how I was excused to go to bed. Yes, that's what I remember about hycodan. It certainly does make you sleepy. And I was surprised yesterday that Spirit wasn't sleepier with it, because I thought it would, really give her good naps. But she didn't seem to get real sleepy with it. So I suppose that's good. I don't want her sleeping all the time, So it did quiet her cough, and so that's good. It's the syrup, the cough syrup. And I have a syringe. I have to give her 2 cc's. And the first time, it went all over the place. She's not an easy one to give medicine to. The easiest one to give medicine to was my St. Bernard. I would straddle him from the back, lift up his head, and open his mouth. And their mouth is so humongous, you can reach your whole hand in there and get whatever you want way back in their throat or on their back of their tongue. So he was so easy to give medicine to. He was so big and had hip problems, so he couldn't run from me. But she's a different story. She's very smart. I tried a pill. I had cough tabs for her first, which didn't work, but I tried to hide them in peanut butter. Didn't work. She sorted out the peanut butter from the pill and spit the pill right out. Then I tried it in some bread and jelly. She would still, most of the time, find the pill and spit it out. So she's not an easy one to fool. So, anyway, the syrup is probably better because the second dose, I got her when she's laying on the couch, and it was an easier job. So I think I know how to do it now. So I will be back later on this afternoon and tell my first nursing story. And thank you all for joining me this morning. And God bless Paris. Yes. Bye.